Homerjnick here with another update to Diablo 3 on consoles for Season 12. You may have noticed that there's no weekly update videos from myself, and the reason being, well, I'm not playing this season, for reasons that I mentioned in my last video about the current exploits that still exist in the game that make legit competitive play utterly impossible. As you can see, my hardcore character is at level 4. Now, I detailed last season one major exploit still left in the game, and even though I reported this to Blizzard on day 1 of Season 11, nothing was done about it for Season 12. Thus, the exploit to get Primal versions of items much faster than normal still exists in the game and in the online seasonal competitive mode. To highlight that issue, I'm just going to go through some of the leaderboards now after 1 month of Season 12, and I'm going to have a look at some of the players that are in the top 10 spots in each leaderboard. Now, I'm going to be quick about this, but I want you to have a look with me as we go through some of the leaderboards and some of the players and their gears, and you make up your own mind about the state of competitive play of Diablo 3. So, let's go in to leaderboards. Let's start in hardcore, and let's have a look at the Witch Doctor, and let's have a look at number 4. Primal weapon. Let's have a look at how many primals he's got. 1, 2, 3, including an amulet. 4, 5, 6 primals, including 2 rings and an amulet. Now that's important, and we'll come back to that later on in this video. 6 primals after 1 month. Alright, let's have a look at another one. Let's go to the necromancers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at number 2 spot. Primal weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including 2 rings. 6 primals again, and 2 rings. Again, we'll come back to that later in the video. But 6 primals after 1 month of play. Let's go to the demon hunters. Look at top spot. Primal weapon. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 6 primals again. I don't know if you found it hard to get primals. Primals do come as you play the game, but for a particular build, after 1 month, 6 primals. Let's switch over to the softcore. Let's have a look at a few more players. Let's go to this guy, number 7. Primal weapon. 2, 3, 4, including amulet. 5, 6, 7, 2 rings. 8 primals in the softcore wizard leaderboard, including amulet and rings. You're going to notice that this is a pattern that appears in all leaderboards. Go to the monks. I'm just going to do a couple more. Go to the top guy in the monks softcore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 primals. Let's go to the demon hunters. Second spot. Primal weapon. 1, 2, 3 amulet. 4, 5 ring. 5 primals for that build. This is my favourite, the Crusader, in softcore. This guy's amazing. We have primals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including amulet. 7, 8 ring. 9, 10, 11 primals. 11 out of 13 items are primals after 1 month. Are you telling me that there's no exploits that are being used by players to get into the top 10 spots on Season 12 on Diablo 3 and console? I'm a bit dubious about that. I'm just going to do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, including amulet, 5, 6, 7, including the ring, 8 primals. And so I'm sure you can see that it's pretty clear what is going on, that the exploit to get primals that I detailed in the previous video, that I mentioned to Blizzard, and it could have easily had 3 months to patch during Season 11, ready for Season 12, which they didn't, is still being used. Most classes have players in the top 10 with 6 or more primals, and they're always weapons, amulets, and rings. Why is that? Well, think about it. The weapon damage, as you can see here in my level 4 character, I have 68 damage range with my javelin. In a primal weapon, that's plus 1940. You could get an ancient item that has all the correct rolls but have a very weak plus damage range. Primal weapon has the max, 1940 damage. You think about an amulet, perfectly rolled as a primal. It's going to have 20% elemental damage, 100% critical hit damage, and 10% critical hit chance. It's the same with rings. You're going to have 6% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage on primal rings. When you add up all that critical hit chance and critical hit damage and the plus damage range, it is a huge damage buff for the players. So it's no surprise to see people exploiting the primals in this game on console to get amulets, rings, and weapons as primals. And in some cases, we have a player already with 11 primals out of 13. The game in its current state on all platforms is utterly tainted when it comes to competitive, legit play if you are playing for leaderboards. If you're not playing for leaderboards and playing with friends, fair enough, enjoy the game. But botting on PC remains utterly rampant, destroying the leaderboards on PC. This primal exploit here, as you can see from the leaderboards that I've shown you, well, it's rampant too on consoles, on both PS4 and Xbox One. And unless Blizzard address this, I'm not going to play Seasons competitively, because there's just no point. I'll still play casually. I'll casually play with friends in non-season or even season. But perhaps I'm just going to wait for the new Diablo game. But that's the reason why there's no weekly updates for me. I'm simply not playing Diablo 3. I can't. I invested a huge amount of time in Season 11 to get on the leaderboards. I can't do it again when I'm facing people who are obviously exploiting the game. Tell me your thoughts about the current state of the game on console and how you feel Season 12 is going, and on your opinion on how the exploits are affecting leaderboards. I'm interested in to hear what you think. Put some comments on this video below. But I'm homerjnick, and for Season 12, I'm out of here.